You want to touch my monkey? Monkey? Touch my monkey? 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 Touch my monkey?
We're back. Here we go.
There we go.
I love it. Now,
So I was saying, yep. So we have.
we're going to start from the top because technical difficulties is my middle name.
There we go. Hey,
So-
it happens. We need a sound guy. So once
go.
again, if anybody wants to run sound for us, give us a call.
right.
Beers included.
We're not even going to start over. We're just going to go from the top.
There we go. So this
Let's do it.
episode of Those German Guys is going to be about our trip to Germany and specifically Oktoberfest. And
That's
we
right.
went twice, and each time was a little bit different. We did different things,
Yes.
but the trip overall at Oktoberfest was fantastic.
It was epic as usual.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Because we do epic. We do epic very well.
we do very well doing epic. Yes. Sometimes, well, I don't know that we didn't actually. I've done way more beer at Oktoberfest than we did this time.
Yeah.
But
Well, we
I had more fun this time than a lot.
Yeah.
So I'll put it that way.
Oh yeah.
We did a whole lot of stuff at Oktoberfest, more than just going into the beer tent and just drinking beer the whole time we were there.
Oh yeah,
I mean-
I know. We had we kind of did a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
The first day we were there, we went to Marstall.
Yeah, we
That
did.
was the first beer we had there.
Oh, that's not the first.
There we
beer.
go. That's the first
There.
beer we had there. So actually, they serve it, and you got the commemorative stein that time. I got it
Yeah.
the next time. So they do one with that, and the other one with the regular Spaten glass. So that's kind of where we started. We always liked Marstall. We were outside in the beer garden. It was pretty crowded, but it wasn't overly crowded when we were there. We probably could have gotten into the tent, but it was such a nice day.
Oh, dude, it was beautiful.
I mean, how can you not sit outside? Look at the sky there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, absolutely fantastic. And that's another thing. We were kind of talking about the sky in Germany. I
Yeah.
mean, it is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, just the blues are a little bit bluer. The clouds are a little bit different. And, we were kind of talking about that, how it's like, probably in a little bit different longitude, latitude, and things like that. I mean, there's the Oktoberfest, sign outside, and you can see
Pointing
the
to the
clouds
toilet.
pointing you.
By the way,
towards
if you
toilet.
did not know that is the arrow points the way to the toilet.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. But I mean, just to give you an idea of that. So, I mean, we had our first beer there. We're sitting in Marstall. We were actually waiting to go into our reservations at the Schottenhummel.
Yes, we were working our way down the strip. We had already walked one way down, and the Marstall sits kind of late at the actual entrance to Oktoberfest. Well, one of the main ones.
Right.
We were going to try to go outside and jump out there and get a picture of the Oktoberfest overhang, but to try to fight through security and do that just didn't seem like it was worth trying to do and then not get back in.
Right. So there's the outdoor of the Schottenhummel tent.
Yeah.
And, if, I mean, you can see that's a pretty big structure.
Mm.
And, it seats probably what on the inside, 8,000, maybe 10.
I
10?
don't know. I'd have to.
I don't know. We'd have to Google that. But these
It's a
are
lot.
temporary structures.
Yeah.
I mean, they put these up starting in July, and then they take them down after the Oktoberfest. So these are only temporary structures. But I mean, on the inside, I mean, it's just unbelievable how many people are in there. It's wooden floors, kind of like what Greg's going to have for the Stein Holding and Chris Kilnemart this year here. So you can get a taste of that with coming down to Cincinnati, Chris Kilnemart, and hanging out with those German guys here. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's really neat. And there's 10 of these large tents,
14 large,
There you go.
22
the regular
smaller
small
ones. Yeah.
There you go. So
And then there's a bunch of like mom and pop ones that are floating in there that maybe hold 100 people.
oh yeah,
Yeah. So, I mean, it just, I don't like to do the first time at Oktoberfest things because it's been so long since it's been my first time at Oktoberfest. I don't remember the complications that I had getting in there. I mean, it's just simple. You walk in, you look around, you see what your best opportunity is, and you try to take it. I mean, the one rule is you got to have a seat to get a beer. That's the rule.
Yes, you do.
So however you want to work that out, The easiest way is out in the beer garden if the doors aren't open, because it's a lot more relaxed out there and you can just slide in. If you see 2 open spots and there's 2 of you, usually you can just take the spot.
Yep.
You know, they're going to give it to you.
And then pro tip from Mike and Willie G, if you are in the inside and you don't have a seat, just act like you're at a table and wait till the waitress comes by and just put your order with her like you're with them and you're just standing there. So she'll bring you a beer and you just pay for it.
That's it.
Pro tip.
That is, but you gotta play hard and play that game hard, man. Because if they even think that you don't belong at that table, it's gonna be a 9.
That's right.
That's
right.
You'll be without beverage.
Yeah. So we met Feely and Ben there. It was kind of worked out really good that Feely was with us because of interesting story. We had to go down to the Marienplatz to get our tickets on Monday morning, and we get down there. And nobody really spoke English. Nobody knew what we were talking about for the tickets for Schottenhamel that we got through Munich Sister Cities. So thank you guys for those. But it worked out that Feely showed up at that exact time we were there to get the tickets, and she was able to talk to them. It turns out the lady was at lunch that we needed to speak to. So we had to hang around for a little bit, and Feely helped us get the tickets. And then we all met up that night there at Schottenhamel.
You know, Mike, I had to tell you, it was like a deja vu for me, because that's usually where I go to get my tickets. And that's normally the issue I have, is they don't know what I'm talking about. And about an hour later, I get my tickets. But, you know, it's the whole thing. It moves a little smoother if you have somebody that speaks fluent German or is German. But, you know, once you break out, I mean, we have documentation. That's where we're supposed to get our tickets, and once the document comes out, I just bring that out first and give it to them, and they're just like, oh, and then they go do something, and tickets appear. So I don't know the mechanics behind it, but in the majority of our listeners, 99.9% of you won't have that issue, because that's not how you're going to get your tickets. If you get them at all, I recommend you just go and take a shot. Just do it during the week. Weekends would be tough, but you know what?
That's it.
We've done it. So I mean, it's kind of hard. We did it opening weekend
last year,
2 years ago.
Or 2 years ago.
2 years ago. I mean, we walked into Pulana, which is a very difficult tent to get into, but the doors were open, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing, right? The doors were open. It was opening Saturday, and we got in there, and I mean, we weren't 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Before we had the edge table, which was great because we weren't like in the dead center of the pit.
Yeah.
Great for videos and for photos and stuff. So yeah, and plus we had a really good waiter. He really took care of us. So,
yeah, and there were 6 of us too. So I mean, that's getting a table for 6.
Right.
It's a little bit, hard to do opening night, especially where we did. So that worked out
because
really
usually
well.
they want to put at least 10.
Right.
So
that worked out really good.
It did.
And then these other guys, they're from Munich, and we met them that night, and they set them with us, since obviously there was only the 5 of us.
Yeah.
So that kind of filled out the table, and we had a great time hanging out with those guys. Couldn't remember their names now, but we had a good time though. We shared the Gemütlichkeit.
We did.
That was what we did. That was what we did.
I did have fun with those guys, and a couple of them rotated in and out, and there was another young lady that showed up, and they ended up kind of leaving. They were there before us anyway. So
right. And when we got there, we got our first beer, like I said, at Marshall. We probably got there. Our reservation was at 6.
Yeah.
So we got there like 4:30. So we weren't there a whole lot before we went into the tent.
No, we just wanted to do a quick walk down.
Yeah.
Scout out for our next adventure. And, because we were at Marshall, we were like, hey, look, the beer garden's open. Let's go just go in there and bust one out real quick.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So that was nice. And that was fun. Oh, there we go.
Yep. There's me and Willie and Feely and Ben. So we were out on the balcony out there. It was really nice, overlooking the Oktoberfest over the Wiesen. So that was good. So there was awesome. It was great seeing them again too.
Oh, yeah.
They've come down. They've done the keg tapping with us and at Cantina.
Yeah.
And
we did Oktoberfest in Cincinnati with them.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, yeah, that was good. We did Oktoberfest Cincinnati with them 2 years ago.
Yeah.
As well. Well, at least we met them in the VIP area, and we did some videos there.
With them. So
and we've done some other things. She has gone down to Old St. Mary's, and yeah, there's some other activities that we've crossed paths.
Yeah.
And we do stuff together. They're a great couple, and I wish them I don't need to wish them luck. They're gonna have a great time in Munich, and I'm super jealous because, well, not only because they're young, but because they're in Munich.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
And then we had the picture of the three of us, me, you, and Janice. So that was in the same spot, just kind of overlooking that. And that was a great night. Janice isn't a big fan of the big tents with everything going on and everything. So we kind of planned out the next day for her. So we went to the Old Wiesen, and we had a good time out there. So it was a little bit more of a different day. We went to Marstall and had our first beer, and then we went to the Schottenhamel tent, which is, there's a whole ton of people in there. They're playing all the music and everything. Here's a couple other shots of the grounds that night when we were there. You have the Polaner tent. There's the Polaner Fest.
Yeah.
That's where we were talking about. We got in the opening night 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's just amazing to see all the different rides and everything. It's kind of like, Kings Island. I mean, they have roller coasters, and, they're not
the Olympia roller coasters are. Yeah.
And they take those down every year. These rides are temporary. They just set it up for Oktoberfest. So everything you see on these pictures, I mean, it's just temporary. I mean, they put them up and they take it down at the end of the Oktoberfest. And
I'm sure most of it's down already.
Yeah, probably. It's just complete empty parking lot and field, before and after the event. So it's kind of, it's really neat to see how much work goes into that. I don't know if you, I know you have, but it's neat on the Oktoberfest Deutsch website. They have a live cam. You can watch them set up every day.
Oktoberfest.de.
Yeah. And it's really cool because they have several different cameras set up, and you can actually watch them set up the tents and everything. So it's kind of cool to watch them do that. So it's really neat.
And then, the other thing is that, the field, the Touristenweiss does not sit vacant until Oktoberfest. There's several other festivals that go on, and there's actually one that is in July. It's a huge festival in July that as soon as they're done with that festival, they start moving in the Oktoberfest stuff to start with the build.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the old rides in the Old Wiesen. Actually, that was like, I went on that ride when I was 16. I did. It was one similar than that. It was a 2-person one, and you basically, just like on a swing, you just use your legs to pump, and but you got to get a rhythm going to be able to get the swing to go.
Right.
So it can be a little tough to get started, but after you get going, I mean, that guy obviously he's got it going on.
Right.
He's getting, if he doesn't go fully over, I'm not sure who's going to. He's pretty close on that one. But the going into the Old Wiesen was fun.
Yeah. So we did the Oktoberfest. That was Monday, and then we were going to go again, and we were going to go to the Old Wiesen on Wednesday. But that's when they had the bomb scare. Tuesday. No, was it Tuesday? Yeah. Okay, but that's when they had the bomb scare.
Yeah.
So,
which we don't want to get into all that. I mean, there was nothing there.
No, but it's just the fact that they actually had to shut down the Wiesen they didn't open it till 5:30.
Yeah,
because they wanted to make sure everything was, cleaned up and everything. So we took the opportunity and went to Ondex, and we're going to show you guys those pictures on a different one. But, we were delayed and we went a different day. So Janice likes the Old Wiesen much better. I think we had a good time too, because it was a little bit more relaxed and laid back. And, the Old Wiesen, it's kind of like how Oktoberfest originally was, or, before it got to be this huge swanky party and everything like that. There's a lot of different things out there. They have like old tractors and everything sitting out there, and it's just nice kind of to walk through the nostalgia. And they have the older rides, and the tents are a little bit more laid back.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Well, the one tent that we went into, that was a blast. We had a good time there.
And check out this old bowling thing they had.
That was
neat. Yeah, right. It's just like they have this old bowling game out there on that. So But there's not as many tents in the old Wiesn.
There's
so-
only 3, right?
Yeah. So this is the one we went into here. This is really cool. I mean, it's a little bit laid back. They had the brass band out front, and you can walk in there. Then they still serve the beer out of the stone krugs. So it was, you know, really nice and laid back to be in the tent like that. I mean, you know, it's just a little bit quieter. You can have more of a conversation and enjoy your beer and just kind of chill out and relax.
That's true. And that was, you know, that was during the day as well. I mean, I'm sure it gets pretty cranked up at night too, because once the other tents get full, the people still are. I mean, we saw the lines when we were on our way out to get into the old Wiesn.
Sure.
Yeah, it was packed in there. They were
Yeah.
they were partying.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, I actually kind of enjoy going during the day too. And then, you know, hanging around till it starts to get dark. That way you can see the lights and everything. But
Well, we are
you
good
know,
at day
yeah,
drinking, my friend.
No,
So,
no doubt. No doubt. So
I kind of prefer that too.
Mhm.
Actually, I mean, it's better for doing video and for just having a good time walking around. You know, once it gets dark, you want to be kind of be in the tent, especially in the second week because it's a little cooler.
right. Correct. Yeah.
So I mean, you don't want to. When you go there, you definitely don't want to be bundled up when you go, because when you go in, if you get into a tent, then you got to put your stuff somewhere.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I mean that's just the way of the fest, right? I mean, you just got to either wear it or you're just gonna get so hot and you're gonna take it off. So, ooh,
Yep.
ooh,
I know. Little Augustiner there, my brother.
I know, bro. I can almost taste it if I wasn't drinking a spot.
So we were there, and then, you know, we ended up leaving that tent, and we wanted to make sure we hit some of the food booths. So while we're leaving and heading over to the regular Wiesn, you and I got interviewed on German television.
We did. Yes, we did. Of course we did. Why would we not be interviewed on German television?
So that was kind of a highlight, and we
Mhm.
posted that on our social media page on those German guys. Janice was actually recording us being interviewed on German TV. So if you go back through our Facebook page, you can find that and listen to that if you missed it by chance.
All right. It was fun.
Oh, it was great. It was great. And then we made our way across back to the regular Wiesn. And of course, we had to get a meterwurst.
Yes, of course we did.
You know, I mean, you know, we got to check that out. I mean, come on. If you're in Munich, you got to get that at the meterwurst booth.
Now,
Sure.
I will have to say before you show the picture, we didn't do like Lady and the Tramp.
No, we did. Of course not. Well, we thought about
We
it.
thought about it, and we thought better of it. Maybe a couple more liters later, she might have been
a
able to
few
talk.
liters later.
Yes, yes, that would have been.
Well, we don't actually have the picture of the meterverse.
We do not.
We
Oh
do
my
not.
God.
Oh, I
well,
know.
you'll have to just use that up to your
Imagination.
imagination of Mike and I gnawing on a
meterwurst
meterverse
together.
together.
So but you know, I mean, Donauschwaben's known for their meterwurst. So you probably, if you've been to Donauschwaben, you know what the meterwurst is. So there you go.
I don't know. The one we got at Oktoberfest seemed to be like 2 meterverse.
Oh yeah,
because that was some big meat.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. And you know, we had talked last time about getting a Steckler fish, and we didn't do it.
I talked you out of it. I'll admit it. I did. I told you it was not a good idea because then you're going to stink of fish the rest of the day.
But we ended up doing it this time. So
Yes,
there you
we
go.
did.
You can check
There
it
it
out.
is.
And that actually was fantastic.
It
That
was.
fish was really good. And we ate the whole thing, so we didn't have to carry it with us. So we
No.
ended up not really smelling like fish.
We did all right with that one.
We
Yeah.
did.
And we were outside. I mean, you guys are claiming that that's now your new favorite tent, but we actually were in the beer garden and I did enjoy it,
Yeah.
but I've been inside that tent
Oh, yeah. We walked through. That's for sure.
and I mean, I've been in there
Mhm.
before, and as people start to order the fish and it does, the air does change. I will tell you that much.
It does. It does.
So, I mean, but outside of the beer garden, yes, I agree. I would certainly go back there. Obviously, it has Augustiner beer, so there's no complaint there.
Oh yeah,
and the fish was good, and I would definitely do that again.
but I mean, the reason I say it's my favorite tent is I just really like the fish. The fish was just it was with the beer and the fish. I mean, it was
sure.
just it was great. And I enjoyed eating that. And I would, if I was going to go to Oktoberfest and go someplace to eat, that'd be one of the places I would go. And one place we never really did make it to was the Wild Stuba, where they have all the wild game and things like that. We just kind of ran out of time because we were having so much fun at all the places we went. Like I said, there's 17 big tents and 20 some smaller tents. It's kind of hard to hit them all. And, when you sit down, you have a couple liters at each place and then trying to get to all of them. It's kind of tough. You kind of run out of time.
Yeah, we did.
But we did okay.
We did just fine. There's no okay about it. We did outstanding. We just didn't make it to that particular tent.
Right.
Because as the story goes on, when we hit the Hacker Shore tent, that is where the train goes off the rails.
Yes, but before that, Willie, before that, guess where we were? We were back at Marshall again in the beer garden. So we walked past there.
Well, they're right across from each other.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a good bad corner to be in of the Oktoberfest, because you get your Augustiner over here, and then you get your Augustiner over there. And Augustiner everywhere, right? So I mean, that was two good experiences. They had a really good band out there both days.
Oh yeah,
nice. We had a good time with. Janice tried to become the social coordinator out there, and it must have been too early because the Germans weren't having it. I mean, usually they're pretty good to go along with the band, and they were just not.
Oh, I know.
Not interested in playing reindeer games at that point. They were just sitting there drinking their beer. But yeah, we've sat there for a while, and there's always this thing about communication. You think you've communicated the message you want to convey, yet you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I refer to so we met the security guard 2 days earlier, and we walked in there with our sunglasses on, and he was like, what did he say?
Are you fresh? Are you fresh? Take off your glasses.
He wants to, so we took our glasses off, and he was like, "You're fresh, right?" So then
we haven't even had a beer yet. That was our first beer we were gonna get.
Yeah, we're totally fresh, right? We're like, wait, sir, wait. We might be back, but I doubt it. So, because it's the wrong direction for us to go home. And that's another thing you need to remember when you're at Oktoberfest. That's just a fun tip for anybody every time you go. So what you want to do when you get to Oktoberfest is decide where you're going to leave from, and then go to the furthest point that you're concerned with going to in the Oktoberfest and start drinking from that point towards your exit, not the other way around. Because by the end of the night, you don't want to be on the very far side of that Wiesen trying to get to the side you want to be at to leave, because everybody else is too. And
pro tip by Willie G.
That's right. That's right. Pro drunk tip. You do not want to have to walk across that Wiesen without a beer, because as soon as you get outside of Oktoberfest, you get a block or so away, you can get yourself another beer.
Oh yeah.
So
without a doubt,
you can get another beer. You won't get a liter. I mean, you can if you go into a restaurant, but if you can stop. But anyways, I digress. So we on with the story. So we go back in and we say, hey, we're still fresh. And he was like, yes.
Yeah.
So Janice was outside wanting to get coffee, and so there was an issue with she got a dessert or something. I couldn't make heads or tails. They didn't want her bringing one or the other in. So there was a table that was right there by the entrance. They were like, well, can we bring our beer over here and just stand with her and drink our beer here?
Right.
And initially they said yes. So then when we walked over there to do that, they're like, oh, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, you just said we could.
You just said we could, right?
That's why we went and got another beer so we could do that. And then we're like, sorry, Janice, we're going back to the table. When you finish your cooking,
that's it.
You can come join us.
Cooking and coffee.
So, yeah. So But the girl that was there, she was really nice because what she told Janice was that when you finish your coffee, you can take your cup back to the stand and they'll give you one wrapped up in paper ready to go. Because she wanted to keep the cup because that was her thing. We collected glassware and she
There we go.
collected
Coffee cups. That's it.
They're for both of us.
That's it.
Okay. No one was buying that one, Janice. So she finished whichever cooking or coffee she needed to finish and ended up joining us in the beer garden and so she was taking some pictures and she was playing with the band and she was trying to get everybody to play with her. And was that the day that we met the FC Bavarian player?
Yes, it was.
It was that day. So yeah, so Mike and I we were on our way to the bathroom. So that was the thing. That started the last time we went that I would go to the bathroom with Michael because Michael likes to meet and greet with people. And well, sometimes it doesn't work out well. And so he needs backup with him when he goes to the bathroom. So this trip, anytime Mike went to the bathroom, I just went with him and stuck around. Hence, there are some other pictures out there of the two of us in the bathroom. And
guess what we're doing?
Well, guess what I'm doing? I'm making sure that you don't get into an argument and a fight with somebody. So I am your bodyguard in the bathroom.
There you go.
So as we're on our way to or from the bathroom, I'm not sure which, this guy accosts us, and because we had our FC Bavarian stuff on, and he was super drunk, and he was like, he played for FC Bavarian, and I'm like, I'm not going to doubt you, bro. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. So he was we took selfies and stuff together, and we talked to him for a few minutes, and then off we went. And I've asked some people who know Bavarian team for years, and they say no. But hey, you know what? It's not like he was asking us for money or anything.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, it's just,
I
mean, it was like he grabbed my scarf and put it to his face and started crying. It's like, bro, it's all right.
It's all good. It's all good. Even maybe because we're 12-0 right now. So
well, there you go.
That'd be a good reason to tears of joy, my friend. Tears of joy. So onward on the adventure.
Okay, so then we go to the Hocker for
sure. We got to stop. I don't know what drove us to go in there. I can't remember what it was. I'm sure you wanted something from there. Did you want a pen or something? Is that what
probably? Yeah, probably. But we were walking past, and it looked like a good place to go in. So there were seats available. So we go in and we sit down.
We took them.
Yeah, so we had the table to ourselves for a hot minute.
Yeah, but it was great because it was like, oh, there's an open table. Let's just grab it. I mean, you just do that. I mean, when you're there, whether you plan on doing it, that's why you may not make it to where you think you want to go because opportunity comes up and you just take it.
Yep. And I got to apologize to you here. I meant to upload the other picture, and I thought I did, but you were sitting on the other side of the table with the other guys, and I didn't upload that. But I will for the next podcast. So we'll get to that. But so we're sitting there, and they seat these guys next to us, and they're from Oregon, and they're good. I mean, this is I think their first time at Oktoberfest, if I remember correctly.
I believe so.
And we just sitting there talking to them, and we're had a couple of leaders, and the funny thing it turns out is the guy sitting there in the red shirt, his brother, is sitting on the other side of the table with Willie. They were in the Sochi Olympics for the U.S. Olympic team on the luge. I mean, how do you go to Munich, Germany, sit at a table with U.S. Olympians that were in the Sochi Olympics on the luge team? I mean, that's just
the German guys. That's how it happens. I mean, how do you walk down the middle of Marienplatz on a random night and run into people right?
Yep.
So
we're walking down there, and it's like Mike and Willie.
What's up? It's our boys from Indianapolis from the FC Bavarian.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's those guys who were great. I mean, it's like you just don't. I mean, I knew they were there, but
but what's the chance of running into them?
And for all circles we had run around in that night.
Yeah.
So that we actually run into anybody that we know.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, those guys were really cool. We had a really good time with them, obviously, because we spent a lot of money.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
That's like we were like, we get back the next morning, we're like, did I lose money?
Yeah, right.
And we're both like, no, because I'm in the same boat.
Yeah,
it's
right.
like, yeah,
okay, yeah. Because we both had about the same amount of money on us when we started the night, and we both had the same amount at the end of the night. Which meant we had to go to the ATM
the next day. That's right. That's right. And that's another reason why we wear the sunglasses. If you see, my eyes are kind of squinty. So Willie and I both have squinty eyes when we've had a couple liters. So that's hence the sunglasses. And that's probably why they asked if we were fresh.
That's right.
When we walked into the tent. So there's that.
That's probably so. Are you fresh? No.
You fresh? Yeah.
Yeah. I was totally fresh.
I wasn't fresh there, but I was fresh when we were at Marshall. So that's all that matters.
No, you definitely weren't fresh there. Neither was I.
Yeah, we had a good time, man. So
we did.
You got anything else to add to the Oktoberfest extravaganza that we had?
No, except for, the one thing that you need to know, another pro Willie G tip. You're going to drink a lot when you're at Oktoberfest. You have to remember how to get home. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Whether you're an hour or 2 hours outside of Munich or you're 4 stops away like we were, I just have a zone that I get into and I just go. And so I find my way back home. Always have. Every time I go. I mean, I've never not made it home. I've never found myself on the hill.
Nope, me neither.
So, but anyways,
so
that was it. I mean, there was more to the trip, but that's pretty much our Oktoberfest.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk.
We want to share today because we're already at 32 minutes. So
so we're gonna go over the rest of the trip and everything we did. But first, we'd like to thank our sponsors, U.S. Stein Holding. We just had the State of Ohio Stein Holding Championship at Moorline Lager House this past weekend. Katja Derrickson won the women's division. Kim Plannert, 5-time State of Ohio champion.
That's right. That's our boy.
That's it. I'll tell you, man. I mean, it was good to see both of them win. Katja won in 2023. She came in second last year, came back and won this year. And both of those guys are going to represent the state of Ohio and Moorline Lager House in the inaugural national championship of Stein Holding at Moorline Lager House, November 22nd. And Willie G, it doesn't get any better. Cincinnati Chris Kennemark kicks off the same weekend.
It is.
So you got Stein Holding, Chris Kennemark, big, huge fest tent. Big. You guys aren't going to want to miss this.
It's going to be huge.
Huge.
Yeah. So I guess we should wrap this up, my friend.
There we go.
This, I believe this is probably going to be our last. I'm going to switch over so you can see us because it's a little bit on the dark side. Show on stage. There we are.
Yep, a little bit dark out here. It was sunny when we started, but it's a little bit dark right now. So it's getting to be that time of year.
So since this is going to probably be our last one in the beer garden, we'll be moving into the inner studios from here. We're going to roll on out of here with the Touch My Monkey.
Yeah, so like we always say, come for the beer.
Stay for the community, Mike.
And we'll see you next time.
Prost.
Touch my monkey. 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 Touch my monkey. 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 Touch